entering the town of Twin Peaks.
There was a fish in the percolator.
A damn fine cup of coffee.
You are witnessing a front three-quarter view of two adults sharing a tender moment.
It is happening again.
Take another look, Sonny. It's going to happen again.
What kind of fantastic trees have you got growing around here?
I'm going to turn it upside down.
Sheriff, we got a lot to talk about.
Sheriff, we do in fact have a lot to talk about.
Ooh, so much happens in this episode.
And well, we're back.
So much.
This is season 2. This is episode 1, season 2. We are officially into the second and final, not exactly final season of the original run of Twin Peaks.
Which
How's that make you
crazy,
feel? Well, we get 22 episodes of it, so.
Yes, thank goodness. What a crazy difference, though, between 7.
Yeah, we'll call it 8 with the pilot.
8.
Yeah, and 22.
And 22.
That's how TV was back in the day.
Yeah, that's just bananas to me.
But yeah, this basically picked up right where the last episode left off. So if you're joining us, I guess we should say this is Welcome to Twin Peaks, Horror with the Hanna's Twin Peaks Watch Along podcast. And we're your hosts.
Hanna.
And Special Agent Hanna.
Yeah, that's
You're Sheriff Hanna and I'm Special Agent Hanna. Come on, get it right.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I always forget I'm a sheriff.
So yeah, you're a sheriff. You're learning. I already know. So just some quick info on the episode. This is the first episode of season 2. As we said, its name is May the Giant Be With You.
That's so funny.
And I'll specify again that these names, I guess, were not Lynch's names, but I still think they're funny, so we're going to keep talking about them.
I feel like he'd be cool with that one.
Yeah. So this one was written by series creators David Lynch and Mark Frost, with the teleplay being by Mark Frost. And this was directed by David Lynch. He is back in the saddle directing episodes, and you can tell.
Yeah, I have a lot of filmmaking comments for this one.
Me too, so I'll let you roll with it. This episode came out September 30th, 1990, which the finale of season 1 was May of 1990. So,
holy hell.
Again, this is how TV used to be.
Yeah.
They were making episodes in a week.
Yeah.
Is at least how it felt. And this had 19.1 million viewers compared to the finale of season 1's 18.7.
Okay,
so we're up.
Hell yeah.
This is like kind of where I'm noticing that first season's averaged were. I mean, we started with like 34 mil, but we've been up and down around this number most of this season. It's funny looking at some facts on this one because the only fun facts that could be were critics complaining about this episode, which I don't understand at all.
Me either.
And I just pulled one of this guy's quotes.
Was it just because they thought it was too weird
Yes.
and like surreal?
Yes, which is kind of silly if you've watched the first season. Like, it is.
I think it takes weird to the next level.
It does, but it's very clearly built up to this point.
Also, have you seen a David Lynch movie?
Yeah, that's part of it too. So this James S. Rich said that the Giants' appearance were off to a wacky race. And then added that almost immediately, once you can sense creators David Lynch and Mark Frost are starting to buckle under the weight of their own success. For their big return, they seem to be ratcheting up the weird to give the people what they want. More shots of donuts, more coffee, and even worse, they started to indulge more in goofball humor that didn't really play out all that well. And I'm going to say that is whack as hell. He is totally wrong.
I don't really agree with any of that.
I don't either.
And I think this episode, I think the humor, specifically just because we're ending on that piece, I think the humor in this episode matches the humor of season 1.
I completely agree.
And there are some really fucking funny moments in this episode.
I also think the weird matches season 1. I think everything, it's not that different from what we're used to.
I think it takes, because it gets a little more surreal and these elements of the giant of is this real? Is this purely a figment of his imagination or a dream and whatnot? I could see that feeling kind of weird, but we've already had Bob.
We've had plenty of dreams. We've also had Log Lady. We've had
Log Lady
telling us that dreams are real. Dreams, what are dreams? We talk about it a bunch.
Exactly.
So I just think I think that criticism was whack, but I just thought it was interesting that there were a couple of mixed reception to the weirdness, and I was like,
I don't agree.
Were you not watching season 1?
I certainly don't agree. I have high praise for this episode.
I do too.
So fuck them.
So
that
let
guy,
me give
James Rich.
the rundown. So as I said, this picks up directly as the last episode left off, which is where Cooper is shot.
It's crazy.
And so as Cooper lies bleeding from his wound, he has a vision of a mysterious giant who gives him several clues. Hanna will read them later, but the big ones he gives throughout the episode is that 3 people have seen Laura's killer, but none have seen their body. In the fire's aftermath, Shelley and Pete recover from smoke inhalation, while Catherine is missing and Josie has fled to avoid suspicion. Leo, having survived his shooting by Hank, recovers under police guard, but he's in a coma. Albert returns to Twin Peaks to investigate Cooper's shooting, because that's how it works. If the FBI gets shot, the FBI has to investigate.
Yeah.
Cooper returns to work quickly with broken ribs and realizes that Leo could not have been the killer, as he was in jail when Teresa Banks was murdered. And they think this is a serial killing. So in the hospital, Jacoby recalls smelling scorched engine oil at the same time that Jacques was killed.
Yeah.
James is in jail for what happened to Jacoby. Donna takes over Laura's Meals on Wheels route after receiving a note to look into it. Overnight, Leland's hair has turned completely white, while Maddie is horrified when a nightmare she had of seeing the carpet covered in blood miraculously comes true. Realizing neither Leo nor Jacques could have been the killer, Cooper and the police theorize that a third man must have been involved. Audrey finds herself hopelessly out of her depth at One-Eyed Jack's, basically trapped there against her will, and still comatose, Ronette has a horrifying vision of Bob, whoever Bob is, killing Laura. And that's the episode. And that's a 90-minute episode, and I feel like so much happened, but that's about all I can give you in writing. So
Yeah, a lot happens. And somehow, when I first started compiling questions, I was like, why do I have less direct questions?
because some stuff actually
And
got
I
answered.
realized because some stuff from like previous seasons, episodes, whatever, got answered. But now you reading that, I just wrote down more questions
Okay, good,
from you
good,
going through the plot.
I'm going to say general thoughts. I love Carl Strickman, whatever his name is, as the Giant. I think this introduction of the Giant is so cool and fun, and I love how slow paced it is. Cooper's laying on the floor bleeding. You have this old man come in and give him milk and do nothing. So you're like, was that real?
Okay,
What's
I
going
need to
on?
touch on that.
Okay.
I wrote down Lynch makes us really linger in some really weird scenes and uncomfortable moments, specifically with the hotel staff delivering the milk. Oh my fucking God, was my direct note.
I think part of it is you're not really supposed to be sure if it's real or not.
Well, yes. When I was watching, I actually asked you, is this guy for real? And is this guy real?
I don't know.
Because I was so uncomfortable and unsettled. I also have that hotel staff member under my vibe check, so I'll just reveal that immediately.
Okay.
That's a 0 out of 10. And I wrote, is this opening scene making me ageist? Question mark. This is why we need mandatory retirement ages for the Senate. Because is this man just like, is he
not
real?
helping him?
What, is he like deliberately not helping, or is he just like some completely out of it, whacked out old man? Like, what in the fuck?
I don't think you'll get an answer.
No, I
but
doubt
what
it.
I will
But
say is, if you
really
have not realized at this point that Twin Peaks is not a normal place, this should be your indication.
Well, it really just makes you sit in this unsettling, uncomfortable 10 plus minutes.
Yeah.
As our main character is potentially dying. Yes. And like no other director's doing it like that. The way Lynch is always doing that.
Lynch trusts his audience to believe in him and trusts that we won't get bored of this and that we will be interested. And it's a risk, but he's right. I think it was great because, Twin Peaks is not a normal place. I think we've realized the people are not normal, and there's clearly something beyond the reality that's also happening here. And what's fun is this character could be either of those options. Mm-hmm. He could be a weird person, or he could be not human. Right? Or not, I don't really know. Or it could have all been Cooper's dream. There's all of it. But again, also in Twin Peaks, dreams are reality to some degree. And maybe in the real life as well.
Yeah. I mean, and we know that Laura, her mom, and now her cousin have all had these dreams. And I guess Ronette have some sorts of dreams or visions about uncomfortable, terrible things happening. And guess what? A lot of those things happened.
And a lot of Cooper's ability to solve the case has been reliant upon not hard evidence on dreams. So it's again, this place is not normal, and I love that this reminds us of that, to then immediately introduce us to a giant that appears out of nowhere and tells Cooper 3 things. He said, Cooper doesn't know if it's real or not, and he's like, these 3 things are going to happen. I'm taking your ring will come back once you have found these 3 things are real and you've solved this, basically. And it's a very much, he's like, I'm telling you these things so you know I'm real, because I'm here to help. Which, like, who the hell's the giant?
Yeah, I have that as a question, as I wrote the giant dash who?
Well, we'll get there.
Real?
I mean, yeah, he took Cooper's ring, and Cooper's ring is gone.
Yeah. It's also like, what is reality in this sense anyway?
Great, you're asking the right questions now.
It's like, how do I even ask if something's, quote, real?
So I just wanted to say that I think that's great. I think that the entire opening scene sets the tone for a good, in such a perfect and good way. And I think this entire episode sets the tone of this show. And I think the main things I'm thinking about are like weird surrealistness and spooky shit. Very uncomfortable scenes that are played as both funny and scary at the same time. And then juxtaposing fun and happy against the most horrific thing you've ever seen on cable TV.
Yeah.
So and like just having these fun stories and these fun characters. Like it really is, I said before, the show hits everything. I'm getting a little bit of everything. And because of that, I'm telling you, the juxtaposition is like what I think really makes it magic. So anyway.
I think there was some very fun filmmaking. There's some really cool dissolve shots. Like there's one of Ronette, I think it was her in her hospital bed with like this shot of her walking disoriented, kind of like dissolved over her.
Both are overlaid.
And I thought that was so
fantastic,
visually interesting. And there's just like a lot of moments like that in this episode that I didn't necessarily write down, but you can just like tell that an actual like artist, auteur was working on this
Mr.
episode.
Lynch.
Also, the end of this episode is really fucking scary.
Like, really scary. Like, probably the scariest moment of the show thus far.
Yes. Had I been watching this, like, at night by myself in the dark...
Which I did.
I would be... Yeah, but I live in your house.
I know. I still remember being on the couch and being like, what the fuck? This is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
But then, like, having to go... If I had, like, watched this episode, for example, and Matt's traveling for work, you
would have been in trouble. That's what's great, though. Again, this was on TV. You could have been a kid turning this on and then just catch this.
I just simply won't watch while you're not here, and it turns out Twin Peaks has to be added to that list.
Who knew?
Now.
I tried to tell you, it is horror to some degree.
I also have some specific plot points that I won't get to in my other notes necessarily. Sure. And specifically... It's amazing how much less creepy Dr. Jacoby is when 1, he doesn't dress himself, or 2, talk about sex.
Yeah, and when he doesn't lie and
he creeped
helps.
me out so much less when he was just in the hospital in his little hospital
gown.
But
then you want to slap him because he's answering questions the police asked him like days ago.
Yeah, but I'm not creeped out. I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
See, it's different. Yeah. That guy, man. Fuck that dude, but also I'm happy that he's at least being helpful because he really did shed some light on things that we needed to hear from him as her psychologist.
I wanted to say, do you have another?
I had a question.
Sure, go ahead.
From my note, I'm confused.
Yep.
So the giant said, I will tell you 3 things. There's a man in a smiling bag.
Which we saw.
The owls are not what they seem.
You asked a question about owls. I told you to hold on to it. So now you're going to hold on to this.
And all I wrote is without chemicals, he points.
That's correct.
Okay. I was making sure that was correct. That's a full sentence.
Without chemicals, he points.
Okay. Yes. I don't know what the
I'm smiling. For those who've watched the show, they're all smiling.
I don't know what the hell that means. So that's cute. Okay.
I wanted to say one more thing about the filmmaking. This is a 90-minute episode that probably has the same amount of content as the normal length episodes. However, Lynch slows things down in such a mesmerizing and purposeful way.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
We talked about it in that opening scene. We didn't say the whole episode, though.
Well, that was just my example.
Okay,
yes,
that's your
it is
example. The whole episode lets us linger on things in a way that's so effective that I don't know if other directors of the show could pull off, which is why they haven't tried. Lynch, again, it's like he trusts the audience so much to not fall away from this. And I just wanted to say, I think it's like really impressive. And I think it really sets the tone for what he wants out of us. And it's really this sitting with some uncomfortableness. Just wanted to say throughout, there's a lot of really amazing, uncomfortable scenes. So, sorry. Let's get into Special Agent Cooper on the case then. And you tell us 3 moments you think will matter later.
Okay, the first is the 2 scenes with the giant and the clues that he's given, obviously. Specifically, without chemicals, he points. The owls are not what they seem. And then at the end, one person saw the third man.
No, none, I believe is what it was.
I thought he said one person saw the third man. 3 have seen him, but not his whole body.
See, it's confusing because when I went and got the plot description, it said none had seen the body. So now I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would he say none person? Because
you're
I
right.
wrote
Maybe it was
down,
one
like,
person.
in quote.
Maybe my plot description was. I got confused. So
okay,
maybe it was one person.
If I have it wrong, that's gonna be a rude awakening later. No, I just Googled it.
It's one.
It's one person saw the third man that night. 3 have seen him.
All right,
yes,
just make
but
sure you
not
don't
his
read
body.
anything that would give anything away.
No, I didn't. I only saw the quote from Reddit.
Got it. So it's one
that's
person.
Awesome.
My bad. Then
yes.
I misspoke in my plot description.
Yes. So like, what the fuck?
One
does that
person
mean?
saw. 3 have seen the man. Only 1 has seen the body.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say
so
anything. So that's 1.
Those are very interesting. Next, Audrey's note and Audrey being trapped at One-Eye Jack's. Horrifying. And then third, Cooper's conclusions from the investigation, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
so-
we did really go through the entire timeline. And he brought it up.
I wrote down most of that.
Well, hit us with it then, Sheriff.
She was nervous about meeting Jay. Cooper thinks it was to break up with him. She then runs off. After she gets the phone call from Leo, she ends up having sex with him and Jacques at the cabin.
And she's tied up there at the cabin.
Yes.
Waldo bites her.
Waldo bites her. I didn't write down these details specifically. The Waldo biting her and then Jacques being knocked out and then...
No, Jacques passes out, I believe, is what they say.
Okay, Matt, he's unconscious.
Okay.
Bitch,
well,
I
not
didn't
knocked
write
out
that down.
implies someone attacked him.
Well, Leo did hit him,
That's
remember?
true.
With
That's
like
true.
the bottle or something.
Oh, yeah, and then he passes out outside.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he did get knocked out, okay? Leo hiked back to the Corvette and left the girls behind. Then there's evidence of a third man who took them to the train car. Ronette gained consciousness and got away while he killed Laura there. Then he put the R under her nail, just like he had put the T under Teresa Banks. And then he wrote a note in his own blood saying, "Fire walk with me." It's AB negative blood, which doesn't match any of the participants in the events that night. There's a towel down the tracks that has the same blood and scraps of paper that have been sent for investigation, and we don't know what they are. So
Yeah.
I am like very curious. We kind of have answers to everything else besides like who the killer is and therefore whose blood that is.
And we did see Bob in the dream.
But my question is, what are the scraps of paper? What's the significance of that?
Yeah.
Which I have listed in my
Okay,
questions that will, that I have for the episode. So
Cool. All right, well, let's get to vibe checks then.
Okay.
I think those are all important things that'll matter later.
Yeah. Okay.
We got a lot of answers and a lot of questions created this episode. So.
Yes. Okay. My first vibe check is Albert. 8 out of 10. Albert's
Really?
funny as hell.
He's such a jerk.
I think we might need a new section for funniest moment.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
we could do that.
Is it this episode's fish in a percolator moment? This episode's Andy gets hit with a rock moment? Like, I don't know what we'll call it, but Albert was slinging some good insults in this episode, and he was very funny. I didn't find him as, like, off-putting maybe as he was before. There's something about that the jokes were hitting. And
It's
that
also because he
actually
is good at
seems-
his job.
That's
He's
the
just shitty to
thing.
people.
Like, he's actually accomplishing, or, like, he seems more attentive to the case and concerned about the actual case in this one compared to just like being a bitch to other people.
And also Cooper trusts him, so you kind of automatically like him a little bit more. He's just a jerk.
Him comparing Andy to a dog and asking where his water bowl was
so nuts.
Funny. So funny.
Well, that was after Andy got... Oh, we didn't even talk about the cocaine Andy found. I forgot to... That wasn't in my plot description. Andy found cocaine at Leo's house under the floorboards.
What a shocker.
And got smashed in the head and stumbled around with his concussion. Andy's got CTE.
Yeah. Andy's struggling
He might have had CTE before the show started, but...
I fear that could be the case, yes.
This isn't the first time Andy smacked his head on a wood plank to find cocaine underneath.
Definitely not the first time Andy's gotten hit in the head. We've seen Andy get hit in the head at least twice. He got hit in the head with the rock, and then he got hit in the head with the plank of wood. That man is struggling.
But he did also call Albert out and yell at him, and I liked that.
I have that listed later.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yet more on your vibes? I got a couple.
Okay, Leland. Do you have him?
I have a Leland as a 5 out of 10 right now. Do you have him lower?
Negative 1,000.
Negative 1,000?
I wrote, oh God, he's singing again as one of my notes while I was watching. And I did want to comment because of the singing. There's a really interesting contrast in how he reacts to music in season 1 and how he is reacting to music now.
After killing Jacques.
After killing Jacques, yes. In season 1, every time he hears music, he like starts meltdown dancing, like sobbing dancing, and then everyone starts like imitating his cry dancing as a dance move, and it's super uncomfortable but kind of funny. Versus now, he's
out there singing, be bopping around.
He's so chipper. He's thrilled that music exists in the world now.
He shows up to work, and then Jerry and Ben start dancing, and Ben hits a gritty on his desk.
It was that moment was so funny. That's also in contention for funniest moment of the episode.
It's insane.
Possibly.
But then like the next scene, Ben and Jerry are like literally talking about how they plotted people's murders and all this horrible stuff, and
after
just
this
being
dance
disgusting.
Break. Yeah.
But the show is magic.
Yeah, but I do think that contrast is very interesting. Leland in general is just so unsettling.
Yes.
Every time he's on my screen, I feel uncomfortable. Also, like, we know he's a murderer now.
He murdered Jacques. We saw him strangle a guy to death.
And he's not really getting any comeuppance for that yet. His behavior has just been consistently uncomfortable and unsettling, and I'm just not here for it. Negative 1,000.
Well, that's why I only have him at a 5, is because he's still just like out of his fucking mind, clearly. And like Dr. Jacoby could be raking in the dollars being a good psychiatrist and is just not. My guy does not care about people. Yeah, because he could. Clearly Sarah and Leland are in trouble, and Sarah's not getting any support at home because Leland's back to work wearing tuxedos.
That man,
and he's a lawyer. This man's a lawyer. Like, yeah. So I only give him a 5 because I do still think he's like grieving a horrible tragedy. And there's these sweet moments, like when Harriet and him hug after Harriet reads that poem about Laura that I really liked, which was also very uncomfortable. Yet I thought what she said was kind of cool because it was about how, like, in the darkness of Twin Peaks, she's still there smiling. Yeah. And like while we cried, she's laughing, which kind of plays both ways, where like Laura was kind of weird and different from everybody, but also like how the town is maybe kind of fucked up and now she's escaped it. There's a lot going on there, I think.
Yeah.
Not that dying horribly is escaping it, but it's like kind of the vibe I'm getting from the poem. So that's kind of why I put him in that area.
All right, why don't you give us one?
Oh, I have Garland Briggs as a 10 out of 10, who I brought up earlier. He's not slapping Bobby this time. Instead, he's just moments. Having this wonderful scene where he brings Bobby to tears, talking about a dream he had about how all would be great and right for Bobby and how he wishes nothing but the best for him in his endeavors. And I love that scene so much, and I will bring it up again when we get to the return.
How did you feel about Bobby's performance?
Great.
That actor's performance. He was making a face where I was like, is he emotional or angry?
No,
like, the face that he was just making to like get out the tears, I think was a little awkward. But
I was not bothered.
It was still moving. Yeah,
it was very moving. I think he was almost shocked to like. I think that he I don't know if it's that he feels unsupported. He's an angsty teenager.
Yes.
That's girlfriend just died.
Yes.
And he's caught up in some really bad shit.
He's caught up in some terrible
and
shit.
almost got killed himself. And then his dad's out here. And I love when he's like, what do you do for work? That's classified.
That was so funny.
And then dad just tells him, he's like, can I tell you about this dream? And he is just so open and honest, which Garland's been trying to be with Bobby. And he hasn't figured it out. And then finally he does. Shakes his hand and has to go back to work. And it's like, Bobby's just there shook. And I love it. Also, that's my cherry pie moment.
Yeah.
So I haven't.
I had that
yet.
too.
Okay, well, I'll bring it up when we get there.
It was so sweet.
And then I'll do one more. I have Josie as a 3 out of 10 because she's not a real one.
Fake
she's
ass
not a writer.
bitch.
I did write fake ass on here. Like, she's just bounced on Harry, who she loves, apparently.
No.
She has been doing some shady shit to get Catherine killed, and we thought she was the victim the whole time. Pete, she's playing, too. Well, like, Josie, kind of fake.
Like, I don't trust Catherine as far as I can throw her either.
No, but you can't trust her.
But, yes.
She makes it very clear you can't trust her.
Yeah, and now I'm like, damn, this, like, demure, beautiful woman who...
Femme fatale.
Yeah, I'm so mad for Harry.
I know, and she just bounced to Seattle, didn't even tell him a word.
Harry S. Truman, he's going to be heartbroken when he finds out. And that man don't deserve
Hank
nothing.
Hank knows. Because Hank's like, oh, she had to get away from the smell of smoke.
Yeah.
And I was just like...
Because I had originally written down that to be like a question. Like, is that why she ran away, basically? Because, I mean, I think you could definitely infer. But then Hank confirmed it. And I was like, that bitch...
You know, there's also this, as I talk about Twin Peaks being a weird town, there's also a level that, like, everyone knows the shady shit that's going on. Even Dr. Hayward is like, oh, well, I'm sure that Ben's development thing is going to go through. And Leland goes, well, as his lawyer and yours.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone knows and no one does anything, which is, I think, another criticism of suburban culture. White suburban culture. There's a reason, like, everyone on the show is white.
I also need to know if Dr. Hayward is planning to fire Leland after seeing this break from reality that this man has been having.
I know that the sign says 51,000. This is a 5,000 person town. I think that Leland is the lawyer. Like,
that's
if
tough.
you need a lawyer, it's Leland.
You gotta move, team. If you have business, you can't be doing it here. You gotta move. You gotta get a lawyer in Seattle, a couple hours away, man. You can't deal with this.
Have you noticed? I'm sorry, I said something before that everyone in the town is white, and I say that, and I do think that was a deliberate choice by Lynch because there is a criticism of this isolationist, like, white suburban culture.
Yep.
I just noticed we never talked about that, so I wanted to note it. But yeah, it seems very on purpose to me.
Also, they act like Seattle's really far, and I searched how far it is from the Great Northern. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, actually,
when we fly in.
Is that the real Great Northern? Because where they are is. Okay.
They are supposed to be further north.
Okay. Because they're, like, on the border of Canada.
Yeah. So they probably is like 3 hours.
Okay.
But
the real Great Northern. Since this place, which we're going to eventually.
That's why I looked it up, because I was like, I really need to do the national parks out there. I've done Olympic, but, like, I really need to do Mount Rainier and North Cascades before they permanently light on fire. And I was like, oh, is this along the way to one of those?
Do you understand why I've wanted to go to the Great Northern and the Double R
get
now?
it.
Okay. I thought I was the weird one that was like, Hannah, we got to go to the Great Northern.
I mean,
before you'd watch the show.
Bitch, when I went to Olympic National Park.
You went to Forks?
We went to Forks. Yeah. Like, I had to go look at the Welcome to Forks sign, and I made Twilight-themed shirts because it was funny.
That's funny.
So, like, I fully get it. We'll be making Twin Peaks shirts.
Oh, please.
Is yours going to say, there's a fish in the percolator, or are we making serious shirts?
I would want to make a serious shirt, I think.
Shit. Okay.
I think I just want a Laura homecoming photo shirt,
tough.
Probably.
That's tough.
Or
directed by David Lynch shirts.
Directed by David Lynch shirt would be good. I'll think of a couple.
That's good. I can make that so easily on the Cricut.
There's also more show for you to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll get
that's
there.
True.
I don't want to spoil anything.
I have one more vibe check.
Yes, of course.
Ben Horn.
It's just getting lower.
Negative infinity.
Yeah, it's
that man
is disgusting.
Is so vile.
You mean Ben Jeff Epstein Horn?
Yeah, no, literally. The scene with him in Audrey's room. Obviously, he does not know it is his daughter that he is trying to have sex with, which is vile and horrible and disgusting. But he knows that she's saying no. and he's pushing, and then he pretends to sneak, like leave,
Yeah.
like he's being sneaky, and then he like runs back over to her.
Yeah. It's bad. And also, yeah, that's not even the grossest part. The grossest part is he owns the place, and he owns the department store where they are hiring underage girls to work as prostitutes.
The thing is, like, we already knew that.
I know,
We didn't
but-
watch him try and sexually assault someone who said no.
Who also happened to be his daughter that he didn't.
Yeah,
know.
which, like, obviously he doesn't know that part, but...
I will say, this show is also, it's so nuts.
Also, how do you not recognize your kid?
Because he's who knows? He doesn't pay attention to her.
That's true.
I think it's really interesting.
And he's like commenting on her physically.
Yeah.
And you're like,
going to make me throw up.
bro.
I wanted to say, though, this is a vile, horrible, disgusting character, maybe worse than any character we've seen in the show. And yet, they're going to keep making us watch his little shenanigans and stories. And I think that's like kind of impressive for a show to be like, yeah, we're going to introduce this person, but guess what? You're still along for the ride with them. We're not just going to kill them off or, make it so they go to jail, because like that's not always what happens in real life. It's like you're going to just get to keep watching their schemes. And
Yeah.
I kind of commend the show for that to some degree, like to make us sit with it. And like there's things he does that are funny, and then you're like have to check yourself and be like, oh no, this is Epstein.
Well, we were just talking about him dancing on the desk and how
Hitting the
funny
gritty.
that scene is, because
Yeah.
it is like objectively kind of funny.
And he's also out there
desk to dance,
soliciting
but then-
murders as well.
But then he's doing all of this shit.
Yeah.
I
yes.
can excuse soliciting a murder. I can't excuse essay.
Essay and also trafficking.
And I don't.
he's trafficking.
I don't actually excuse those
Yeah,
things.
okay,
Is what
okay.
I was trying to clarify.
can
No. I don't actually
right.
excuse that.
Well,
that was a joke.
Hit us with your suspect of the week, because not that I think this person did it, but like I feel like you could start to throw Ben under suspect of the week,
Bro,
at this point.
Ben Horn has been under suspect of a week for a while. I don't think he did it. I just think he is a suspect in many, many crimes.
He is suspect.
Yeah, he's terrible. No, it's Bob. Obviously.
Bob.
There's no one else on the list right now.
B-O-B Bob.
It's Bob.
But we've never met Bob.
But we've seen visions of Bob murdering Laura
Yes.
from Ronette's.
Oh, you did it. You solved it. Bob did the murder.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not that easy, as
genius.
it's very clear. But
But yeah, so I'm gonna guess it's Bob.
I want you to know Bob is actually spelled capital B-O-B.
All right.
And Mike is spelled capital M-I-K-E.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. And in addition to those visions, and like we know that there was a third man, yada yada, would you like to play with fire, little boy? Would you like to play with Bob? Something that Laura apparently said to James the night before of that she was murdered.
I forgot about that
And
part.
that is so gross and sinister. And then we literally see the vision, and then I'm like shaking in my boots.
So what's Bob?
Great question. Don't know.
Okay.
It's like
Who
the
is
same
Bob?
with like the giant of like what is real, because again, like what is the dream
Now,
Mike either.
now you're really, heading in the right direction, which is like what makes the show
it's
crazy.
Fascinating.
What is reality?
But yeah, if I'm putting like people that I know are real people,
No, I mean, I think
Like-
we saw Bob Killer in the vision, at
we
least.
did in the vision. But yeah, if I were gonna list like other people, it's like Ben and Leland.
Got it. Oh, yeah, and Leo's off now.
Leo's off because we know at least that he didn't kill Teresa Banks because he was in jail. The giant gave us the clue, and then we found that out in the episode. So
Now I'm trying to think of the other people.
and Jacques is dead. and so
Jacques
we're just rolling
is
him
dead,
out.
and they've rolled
Also,
him
he
out.
just is like a gross dude. I don't think
Jacques.
he's like murdering.
I'm trying to think of people at this point who people thought did it. Jacoby was still one of them. I
still think he's a creep,
He's
but
still a creep.
it's not giving murderous creep right now. So
Their suicide was one of them.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she killed herself and then,
And then
wrapped herself in plastic.
Yeah.
Geniuses.
Still alive.
That would be fascinating.
That would be
I
fascinating.
don't think so.
Okay. Well, so that's where we're at right now. Okay, who are we trusting with our coffee this week? I got
Okay.
mine.
Obviously, Cooper, duh. And then also Garland Briggs.
Yay! I didn't put him this week because I put him before, but
His
I love
sweet
that
little
man.
moment with his son, and he clearly wants to protect his son, and I think he'll protect my coffee.
All right, spoiler alert. Garland gets like more to do as the season in this season, which
that's
I
fun.
really, really like.
Because he's got some setup and he hasn't really gotten to do much with
That's
said
classified.
setup. So
I just really, I love this actor so much that's playing him.
Mm-hmm.
I love his voice. I love his stature and like look and just, great character. So yeah, I was excited because I forgot how little he had to do in season 1. But those moments, I like had forgotten how impactful some of the moments were. So
I kind of want to go through and see who I trusted my coffee with before. Cooper and Andy, I had trusted.
oh, you're keeping us all in one doc. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I split mine up.
I had previously trusted Cooper and Andy.
I always trust Cooper, so I name him.
The set of episodes before that was Cooper, and The Log.
Vlog.
The set of episodes before that was Audrey.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Audrey, you're in over your head right now. So
Yeah, a little bit. And then before that was Dale and Sheriff Truman still. And then Lucy seemed trustworthy enough. And then before that was the pilot. So obviously Dale and Truman.
yes. Lucy's being good right now, but a little sus.
She
I
is
don't
being
like her
sus
mistreatment
now.
of Andy
I
right now.
am no longer trusting her with my coffee. Not that I think she's like a criminal or like she's going to hurt my coffee. She's just not trustworthy at this moment because she's kind of, at least we as the audience are being withheld information and I don't like it.
Remember when they put her and Andy in a room together to go through Flesh World magazines to try to find whoever it was? Who were they trying to find?
They were trying to find
Teresa Banks.
Yeah,
that's who it
ads
was.
from
And
Teresa.
she was like, she's like, an adult can do this. 2 adults can do this, and opens it up and immediately is like, whoa.
Yeah.
I do wonder if they're putting them in that room together to try to get them to make up. I kind of got that vibe. You got that vibe?
Yeah.
It's so funny though.
For sure. That's why those two also,
Yep.
also like, what else are they going to give Andy to do?
Whoa. Andy's a hero. He saved
offense.
Truman's life last episode.
I know, but he feels like he's regressed a little bit with the crying again.
Hey, I disagree, actually. I think when you lay out the whole what happened to Laura, it's really upsetting.
It is, but stop crying on the
So
job,
crying on the job.
dog.
He cried behind closed doors this time.
Still on the job.
All right, well, I'm trusting the Giant with my coffee. Man's 1 for 1 so far.
You know what?
They
That's
saw the
valid.
smiling bag.
He's being helpful.
He's been very helpful. I was also thinking like Albert probably feels pretty trustworthy,
Yeah,
but
I
the
like
Giant,
it.
you can hold my coffee. He's holding Cooper's ring, so you can keep them together. And when Hanna solves this case, you can bring our coffee back. So
That's beautiful.
I also just have a note in here that said Albert is a homie.
Albert is a homie.
Even though
and a
he's so
comedian.
rude, he's so awful, but he's great. So
He is great. I like that guy.
all right.
That's my
So,
dog. Right now.
Let's get next to Cozy versus Nightmare, Cherry Pie versus Black Lodge Moment. I already said my Cherry Pie. It's Garland and Bobby.
Yeah, so I'll name not that. At first, I named 2 things, and I'm like, Matt's been doing a somewhere in between, and these might be somewhere in betweens. So
I think somewhere in between is just a fun thing to call it because that feels very Lynchian. The place in between.
Well, let me read them, and you'll tell me. Andy standing up to Albert. I was like, hell yeah, Andy. But he's also like doing it after like sobbing awkwardly at work.
It's a 3 hanky crime, Andy.
And so that made it an in-between for me. Like, you're standing up to someone while sobbing, and I don't know what to do with that. Also, Cooper ordering milk. It's
Warm
like
milk.
mildly precious, but also someone drinking straight milk gives me the ick. So that could be a somewhere in between. But my real answer, besides Garland and Bobby chatting at the diner, is Audrey praying to Dale Cooper instead of
Dear
God.
Agent Cooper. I love that.
She says, "Dear Special Agent."
Dear Special Agent.
I was like, "Oh my God, slay, same bitch." I loved that so much.
Do you relate
It's
to
so
Audrey
funny.
most in this show?
Yeah. I love her.
That's awesome.
I love her.
Hey, better than relating to Donna right now. Donna's being... I get she just makes it about
Donna's
her a
tough,
lot.
bro.
I like Donna, but yikes.
Yeah, Donna's. I'm struggling with that girl. Yeah,
Wait,
that moment
she had
was
a great
so funny.
line though in this episode. So
Which one?
which was, since when did you start smoking to relieve tension? When did you get so tense? When I started smoking.
Yeah, that was good too. Matt, what are your Black Lodge moments?
Well, I have a somewhere in between, or the place in between, which was when Norma is in the hospital and sees Ed over Nadine's body as she's like at the feeding tube and is in a coma, and he's like clearly very broken up about it, even though he was planning on leaving her. There's this like love he still has. And basically his whole story too about Norma is like really sad and bittersweet. Excuse me, not about Norma, about Nadine. And then like Norma
also
seeing
about
it.
Norma because
Also about
he
Norma.
thought Norma like left him for
after
Hank,
they've
and
been
then
together.
she immediately came back. But by that point, he'd already
Married
been like,
Nadine.
nope, I guess I'm screwed. I'm gonna go with this lady.
And also he saw how happy she was and didn't want to like ruin that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically chose her happiness over his.
And then accidentally shot her in the eye.
Yeah, and she
So
didn't even
then he-
complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something about the shot, though, of Norma looking in, and Norma's like, I guess this isn't going to work out. This whole thing that they had planned. You could
That
like
was
tell,
tough.
like in her face. And it's this very hard moment. But I hope Nadine pulls through.
I thought the conversation between Cooper and Big Ed was really sweet and moving. But again, like they are talking about his wife that attempted suicide. So
and
it's
very
certainly
sad.
not a cherry pie moment.
And then my Black Lodge, I have two, depending on what you were going to say. Obviously, that montage at the ending, seeing Bob kill Laura from Ronette's image, was horrific. And up until this part, the scariest moment of the show.
Yep.
And then obviously, the dinner party. It's incredible. All of it. Everything about it. It's not exactly Black Lodge, though. It's this other fourth thing. It's not in between either. It's just this moment of uncomfortableness but realness, and I don't know. I wish there. It's very, very Lynchian is what I would say. So, what about you?
I have a couple. Ben Horn showing up to have sex with his daughter
Throw up in my mouth.
and not taking no for an answer.
Yeah, a lot. And pretending to walk out the door.
Yeah. And now she's locked there, so it just like adds to it. It's terrible. Leland showing up with white hair early in the episode and singing. That was horrifying when he shows up with the
I
hair.
do like that you were like, why is his hair white? And immediately everyone is like, Leland, why is your hair white? It's not like they ignore it.
And he's like,
everyone's
I just woke
asking.
up.
He's like, just woke up this way.
I woke up like this.
Yeah.
Like, sir?
I that's another thing I love though, is it's not like we're left out of the loop. Everyone else is going, what the hell's happening?
Yeah.
So
that
we're along for the ride.
was tough. Yeah, that guy.
Got another one? Or is that it?
What is that song? I woke up like this.
I don't know. That
I think
song.
it's from a Beyonce song. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to
For the
confirm.
soundboard.
Yeah, we gotta get that for the soundboard.
All right.
Now I'm thinking of my
Your soundboard?
Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah, we do not care.
We do not care.
Never say never, but never.
We do not care.
All right.
Donna and James. Also, Leland singing at the dinner party, especially because then he starts like speeding up and
Out
then
of tune.
passes up.
He's got like a good
Passes up.
voice. He actually seemed like he had to be bad on purpose a couple times. Yeah, the passing
he
out.
does have a good
also,
voice.
Doc Hayward being like, it's probably not a big deal. Like, this is up for Leland over the past week. You know?
Yeah, I have some questions under my questions I'm carrying forward about Doc Hayward and Leland. And then, yes, the Bob end sequence from
Yeah, holy
Ronette's
hell.
dream/memory.
And Ronette coming back across those railroad tracks, man. Beautiful.
It's
Beautiful shot.
terrible.
All right. Notes for Diane.
Okay, questions I am carrying forward. The Giant. Who? Question mark.
You know what?
Real
I mean,
question mark?
he's just there. He said he's there to help.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to help Cooper. I don't know if you need to carry it forward. He took his ring.
Without chemicals, he points.
Carry that forward.
What that mean?
The Giant, he's there to help.
Will Nadine and Leo survive? Because they're both in comas. Was Lars...
Wait, remember when Cooper said, how long was I asleep? And it's only been 7 hours.
And
There's,
it's just like a million things have
all
happened.
this person's dead. 2 people are in a coma. This person's been shot.
Mm-hmm.
This person's missing. And the mill burned down. He goes, how long have I been asleep?
Yeah, that was very funny. Another very funny moment. Was Laura's body brought back to the house? Or like, was she also harmed in the home? Because we see that... it's a cousin Maddie has like the vision dream of the stain on the carpet with like blood on the floor.
Hold on to the blood on the floor question.
Okay.
I like that question.
Who left the Meals on Wheels note?
You know what? It's hilarious. I do not remember. So if you want to hold on.
And what clue will Meals on Wheels give us? What has gotten into Donna? What's with the lawyer cosplay? Chill out, Donna.
Yeah. I was wondering that as well, and I think we talked about it a little bit after. And it's kind of this, like, she's in this relationship with James, and I don't know if she's, like, trying to be more like Laura or, like, I don't know if it's, like, she's afraid of losing him, so she wants to be more like her.
Yeah.
That's almost what it feels like
But
to
then
me.
I'm like, James was too much of a sweet white bread boy for Laura.
Well, yeah. That's kind of what she said, too.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
I'm not sure. I think it's just her feeling kind of like a bad girl, too, for doing what they did. And
yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
There's a level of... they're not well. Her and James are taking this hard.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But they're just being really goofy, so...
Yes. Yeah, it's interesting.
As they should be taking this hard.
Jacoby thinks that she wanted to end her life, and he said she allowed herself to get killed. Like, why? I guess.
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think we get enough, like...
So sad.
It's tough. Like, I get where he's saying that from all of the evidence that we got.
Bobby said that, too.
Yeah, like, they all
wanted to
thought
die.
that, and I think, obviously, she was engaging in dangerous behaviors. Like, she was putting herself in harm's way. I'm just, like, interested into the elaboration on that from his POV, I guess. Bobby knows Hank shot Leo. Is he gonna fucking tell anybody this?
Don't hold on to that because those answers, you'll get that answer soon. Yeah.
I'm well aware I'll get the answers.
I like that question,
well,
though.
because some of these I'm like...
I guess
obviously,
I don't need to answer all your questions, right? You can just say them and then...
Yeah,
do you want me?
you don't
my bad,
need
my
to
bad.
respond to all of them. Because the thing is I know some of these questions are very clearly going to get an answer immediately, and some of them I won't, and I know that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just tell you if there's ones that you should hold on to. If not, I'll stay silent.
Yeah.
Or if I have something fun to add. Okay.
Why would the killer write a note in his own blood? What does fire walk with me mean? Which we've talked about before. What other scraps of paper found near the bloody towel? Who is this ponytail man calling Josie? Why aren't they allowing Audrey out? I can infer.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's literally like she's been...
Also, what the fuck?
Like, Blackie's her pimp now.
Yeah, it's
like
horrifying.
Audrey's like been trafficked.
Yes.
She's trafficked herself, sort of. Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be via the...
I know, but it's also just so horrifying.
Oh, it's
Let
terrible.
her go.
Yeah.
What does Doc Hayward think is wrong with Leland?
He's grieving. That's what he's
What
saying.
is his diagnosis? I need to know.
Or Dr. Jacoby would be the one to diagnose, right?
I don't know. Well, Doc Hayward's also now seen him, like, pass out. Like, does he think it's all, like, psychological? Like, what's going on here? One person saw the third man. Three have seen him, but not his whole body. I just wrote, what the fuck?
Well, if you're assuming it's Bob,
Yeah.
multiple people have seen Bob.
Yeah.
Sarah's seen Bob, Cooper's seen Bob, and someone else has.
Ronette has
seen
seen
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah,
I don't know
not
why.
Bobby.
That just came out that way because I wrote the word body.
So that's my interpretation at this point, but I don't think I took extensive notes when I watched it the first time.
No, you didn't. So
I just went along for the vibes.
Well, we're doing a podcast,
Yeah, I know.
so I can't do that. The giant says you forgot something. Is this Audrey's note?
I think so.
Also,
that was also heartbreaking when she's like, I left your note. Did you see it? And he got shot, so he didn't see it. And it's under the bed.
Yeah,
and I'm
so
just
tough.
like, no, Audrey. Like, her also going, I think I'm a little over my head on this one. But if I continue to help you, like, I'm probably going to be in more dangerous situations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, like, you got trafficked. Like,
and I feel like that moment is one of those moments where you really realize Audrey's age.
Yes.
Like, she tries to put on this front that she's very old and mature, and in a lot of ways she clearly is because of her family situation, and, like, she has trauma because her dad's a fuck. But also, this is a moment where you're really like, oh, she is not an adult. She is a child. She's in high school. Her brain's not fully developed. She's making decisions that, like, she's trying to be hopeful or get attention, and...
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's yeah. She's still a badass.
So I did
girl,
really...
you are in over your head.
Yes. So I did really like that moment. My final question. How are we not addressing that someone literally killed Jacques? Is there no evidence it's Leland? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, maybe the Twin Peaks Police Department's not very good at what they do.
The actual fuck.
It has only been a day, but...
Yeah, but it's crazy. We're just like...
They got a lot to do with the mill burned down. 150 jobs were lost.
I know. When I hear that...
Shareholder value.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Tough. And the questions that we have discussed in previous episodes that will linger.
Yep.
Or continue to linger. Can I remove why did Laura start using coke again? What triggered it?
It's clear she
kind of talked about that a lot.
I would say
She's
it's clear. Everyone's saying she was
a lot of traumatic things going on. She is like, this supposed death wish or need to self-harm in various ways. So I'm removing that. Does the specific letter R under her nail have significance? How long have Laura and her mother had, quote, dreams? Why is the log lady so worried about owls?
Well, because the owls are not what they seem, obviously.
We have more owl content.
You should put that under their answer, because the owls are not what they seem.
Okay, but I'm leaving it because we've got more owls.
I know. Yeah. You should, but I think you should have both notes there.
I will.
So, okay.
Is Lucy's baby Andy's?
I'm sorry. These questions are so funny. They're like, murder. The owls are not what they seem. Whose baby is it?
And then what will be the legal consequences of Leland committing a murder?
Well, luckily he is a lawyer.
Poof. Is he going to be his own representation?
I'm not going to, no comment.
It's tough out here.
All right, well, I think it is time to get to our messages from the log, so let's roll the voicemail.
Hello, welcome to Twin Peaks. This is Ethan Simon, a friend of the podcasters, and I'm calling in relations to Season 2, Episode 1. This is a really big episode, and I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of great scenes and some very good unsettling ones. So I'm just going to dive right in. Some of the scenes that I really liked where the entire waiter sequence at the beginning of the episode with that waiter that was incapable of helping Cooper at all. I thought that was just a really funny sequence. I do suspect the waiter is part of the supernatural aspects of the show, so yeah, he probably couldn't do anything materially helpful, but it was still very funny. I liked the fact that the bullet hit the wood tick when Cooper got shot, and I really liked Cooper's ruminations on the fact that being shot isn't so bad as long as you keep fear from your mind. A couple of other parts of the episode that I really liked was Andy stepping on the plank and uncovering the next clue. I loved when the log lady spit out her gum and then put the gum on the wall of the diner. And I really liked the very tender moment between Bobby and his dad in the diner. Some of the unsettling sections of the episode were everything with Audrey and her dad and One-Eyed Jack. Very disturbing. And the fact that Audrey seems to be trapped at One-Eyed Jack, even though she's still putting on a face of, this is what her plan is and she's going to get to the bottom of the mystery. The fact that she's still unable to leave is pretty disturbing. Anytime Leland sang was also very disturbing in a funny way. I also don't like the fact that now that Leland is gaining more consciousness and, being able to operate more, it seems more and more clear that he is working with the Horns as their lawyer, which I liked it better whenever he was more innocent seeming, just a victim of the circumstance, rather than actually aiding the Horns. One additional thing I have of the episode is that I think Albert is completely right about country justice being an issue in this episode. It kind of gets brushed aside, but the fact that Jock got murdered in the middle of the night, suffocated by a pillow in the hospital, and that Cooper doesn't seem to care is pretty atrocious. At this point, it seems like Bob's the biggest suspect, which I still don't feel like is right.
Okay, thank you, Ethan, friend of the podcasters, from calling in. So, Hannah, I think he hit on a lot of things we've hit throughout this episode in his large agreeance with us.
Dude was like, I'm going to write down every plot point from this episode and make sure to call in about it. And you know what? I love the commitment. I like that Bob is his biggest suspect, but he is feeling suspicious about it, because I do think that's something the show does really well, is every time there feels like a big suspect, there's some reason in the back of your mind why that feels like it just can't possibly be the case.
He said it just doesn't feel right.
Nothing
Nothing feels right. Yep.
That's the thing. Like, for so long, it feels like it's Leo, and it's like, that can't be right. It's too obvious. There's something that feels wrong about, like, every single person.
Definitely.
Because I think they do a good job raising suspicion, but also doubt.
I also wanted to comment, I think I forgot about this, but the wood tick being dead on the bullet was a very, very funny moment.
Wood tick.
The wood tick. Cooper was itchy. That's why he had his vest up, because there was a wood tick. Oh, and that's why two of the bullets hit his thing, and then the other one went through him. And the wood tick was there on the bullet. So just a very funny Lynchian, goofy thing.
Yeah. I also I like that he liked the waiter sequence. It's very different than how I was feeling. I was like so pissed off about it. So I'm glad someone thought it was funny.
That's another one that I think upon a second viewing, you'll laugh your ass off at with how long it goes on for.
It went on so long. I was like, please, I have no tolerance for this. The man was going to die. Like, help.
Yeah.
Supernatural geriatric old fuck, allegedly.
Well, we'll see.
We're recording this down the line quite a bit from when we recorded the original episodes. We do need to acknowledge that I'm pretty sure earlier in the episode I was questioning whether he's supernatural or not.
I still don't think we really have an answer.
We do not have an answer from where I am up to, but Ethan acknowledged his potential supernaturalness. Yes. So, yeah.
Well, I think that's about all we have to cover on it. I think Ethan said it better than we could. So, Ethan, we appreciate you calling in. And for everyone else out there, make sure you call in as well. But we have another call in today because we're super popular and amazing. So let's roll the next voicemail.
Well, hi guys. Library Jason calling in again. I just watched season 2, episode 1. Couple of my unorganized thoughts. First of all, big thing that sticks out, Ronette's flashback to the killing. That was genuinely terrifying, and I'm kind of surprised they got away with showing that on TV. A couple other things. Hearing them talk, I am surprised by how little time has elapsed in the entire show so far. The whole timeline is much more condensed than I had initially remembered. There's Kirsten Hayward, Donna's sister that's playing the piano. Remember her? She'll show up again later. And just one thought that occurred to me, not to do with this episode, but throughout the last season, was I wonder how much Leland knew about what was going on at One Night Jack's. Because obviously he's Ben's lawyer, he's helped them with the deals, we see him going there to seal the deals on several things. And, I doubt that he knew about Lara being there, but I find it difficult to believe that he would know nothing about it. But I don't know, that's a thought that I didn't have before this. Anyway, that's all I have for now. So, keep doing a good job, guys.
Well, thank you, Jason, for calling in again. I need to jump on one thing he said immediately that we didn't talk about. And he said, remember Kirsten Hayward. As someone who's seen the whole show, that's very funny because when she shows up again, you're not going to realize who she is because it's a long ways away.
I was going to say...
I like that he said it, so keep that in mind.
She hasn't come back yet where I'm at, so I don't think I'd recognize her at all.
And I think he said a lot of the same things we said about how scary Ronette's dream was, so I wanted to push on to something that I don't think we've brought up, which is how much did Leland know about One-Eyed Jacks?
I was really glad he brought that up because I don't think that's a conversation that we've had on the mic, and I don't even know if that's a conversation we've had off the mic either talking about the show. It's definitely something that I've thought about because you would hope that this community member, a parent of a teenage girl in this community, would find that behavior abhorrent and would not want to support that in any functional way. But as Jason pointed out, like he is his lawyer. You'd think he would know because it is likely at some point that he could face some sort of criticism or punishment for it.
Outside of federal jurisdiction in Canada. So, there is kind of a disconnect there, right? I'll say, and Jason has seen this whole show, and, I have as well. We don't ever get an answer to this, but I think it's a really fun thing to speculate on, is how much did he know? And that it's definitely icky, and you will like to hope that he didn't know anything, but
thinking about it, it makes sense that he would know at least something.
Yes, definitely.
And I think it's gross.
Yeah, if he knows. And that's the thing is we have no clue at this point, but it wouldn't be surprising considering how many people it seems knew that Laura was in trouble and did nothing. It kind of continues to play in to that idea of kind of the bystander effect. So, all right. Well, Jason, thank you for calling in. And for anyone else who wants to call in, Hannah, what's the phone number?
The phone number that you can call us at is 215-821-9584. Again, 215-821-9584. And we will have the phone number in our episode description. Make sure to call us and let us know, who's calling, and feel free to tell us any of your thoughts on the episode, who you trust, who you don't, who you suspect, what unsettled you, what you liked, any and all.
All right, you want to rate this episode?
Yeah, so I know we normally rate it on a scale of damn fine cup of coffee, lukewarm latte, fish in the percolator, and our in-betweens.
Yeah.
And I know that the pie of choice in Twin Peaks is cherry
obviously.
pie.
Although there was a huckleberry.
And that sounds great. I would love to try that.
I would too.
However,
especially good this time of year.
As I've said in previous episodes, my preferred pie is apple pie or rhubarb pie. Don't get it twisted, not strawberry rhubarb, just rhubarb.
Yeah.
We have rhubarb in the freezer. We should make a rhubarb pie. So this episode is a damn fine cup of coffee with a nice, fresh, out of the oven slice with homemade crust of rhubarb pie.
Whoa.
It's up there.
I wrote, this is a damn fine blistering hot cup of coffee. I would go as
far. Be
far.
careful with how hot you want your cup of coffee.
We're gonna
McDonald's
and burn some lady's leg.
Yeah, bro.
They were
chill.
serving that shit like 300 degrees. All right. I would go as far to say that this is, I think, might be the best episode of the show so far.
I agree.
I love the pilot, and I love so much of season 1. I just think this one, as I said before, sets all the tone for what the show is going to be. So I'm saying I think this might be my favorite. It's really definitely good. Like top 2, although there's so many good episodes. That's why we only really have a 3 rating scale, because they're either bad, excellent, or fine.
Yeah.
Most of them are not really bad. They're usually like fine or excellent.
Yeah. So. I mean, so far we certainly haven't had anything below a lukewarm latte.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll catch you next time with a fresh hot cup of coffee.
Thank you for listening to Welcome to Twin Peaks, a Twin Peaks rewatch podcast from Horror Hour with the Hannas. If you liked the episode, please make sure to give us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app. If you'd like to call into the show, call us at 215-821-9584. You can find us on the socials at Welcome to Twin Peaks Podcast on Instagram, or at our original account at Horror Hour Hannas on TikTok. Come back soon for more coop, coffee, and cream corn.